Oh, okay. What? Apple is halting, stopping the sale of Apple Watch in the United States. No, this isn't a joke. No, this isn't a meme. And no, it is not clickbait. This is real. They're stopping sales of Apple Watch. Why? Because after 3 p.m. on December 21st, the Apple Watch will be banned in the United States. After that, the watch you're wearing is contraband. Take it off! You take it off right now! Just kidding. If you already own one, you are fine. No one is gonna come slap that off your wrist. No, this is a sales ban. Specifically, Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra 2. Both of those watches have a blood oxygen sensor in them, and that is the problem. Turns out, medical device maker Masimo has quite a few patents that they've been battling back and forth with Apple over for years. Most notably, a couple specific patents that they own for blood oxygen sensor technology. There have been 2 cases filed, one with the ITC, the International Trade Commission, and one directly with the US District Court in the Central District of California. Masimo claims here that Apple, with Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra 2, is actively infringing on patents that they have behind pulse oximetry. Apple is sort of getting ahead of the sales ban by halting the sales themselves. Again, on December 21st after 3 p.m., just to prevent a real big bad boo-boo. Now, you might be asking, is this, like, it? Is the Apple Watch banned forever? Probably not. Currently, everything is sort of at a standstill as the whole thing is now under a presidential review. Joe Biden has the choice to veto this ban. About that though, that doesn't usually happen. As The Verge pointed out, a presidential veto did occur before, specifically for Apple with an ITC import ban on iPhone 4 and a few iPad models after a legal dispute back and forth with Samsung. But Obama fixed that right up. He vetoed the shit out of it. Okay, so when will we know what's gonna happen with this situation, with Apple Watch this time? Well, good old Joe has until December 25th, how convenient, to decide whether or not to uphold this ban. Yo, this whole thing is wild. Okay, what happens if this ban stays that way? A ban. In a statement, Apple says, should the order stand, Apple will continue to take all measures to return Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra 2 to customers in the US as soon as possible. Yeah, that Apple will continue to take all measures to return Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra 2 to customers in the US as soon as possible actually will likely require them to do a full appeal in the federal circuit. The funny thing is, and by funny, I mean not at all, this whole thing actually started back in October. The ITC handed down the order in October and it was mentioned across news websites, but like, of course, no one thought it would come to this. The idea of Apple having to halt sales of a major product like this is bonkers. I mean, I can't blame us for just looking at those articles and going, oh yeah, okay. Since then, though, since October, that's when the old Biden can review and veto this clock started ticking. And yet, here we are. Biden is either taking his good old time or does not plan on getting involved with this at all. According to 9to5Mac, who broke this story first. Yeah, like somehow instead of Apple putting out a press release or anything, they just told them. Anyway, according to their report, experts have argued that perhaps Biden has not done anything about this one simply because the Apple Watch doesn't have the same economical impact as the iPhone. That, and he's Joe Biden. He doesn't need an Apple Watch with a blood oxygen sensor on there to let him know that his blood oxygen levels are 0%. The 2 patents that are causing this whole deal, the ones that Apple is supposedly infringing on, are not set to expire until the summer of 2028, which is not great. Apple, of course, swears up and down that the ITC's sales ban here is unfounded and needs to be reversed. I am just some dude that makes noises on the internet, so don't ask me. What do I know? There are a couple ways out of this horrible hole. 1, that sweet presidential veto. 2, an appeal, and that would obviously require Apple to win. Or 3, Apple and Masimo come to some sort of agreement or settlement where Apple gets to license as Masimo's pulse ox tech. Or there is a fourth option, and that is they somehow Apple it up and firmware their way around these supposed infringed upon patents. Again, you're totally allowed to wear your Apple Watch if you already have one, but buying one after December 21st at 3 p.m. might be a problem.